Hey guys, TazManiaAhmed, welcome to day 314 of the Quran Challenge. Today we'll be starting with verse 23 of Surah An-Nisa, but before we begin we will be reading Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge in Allah from Satan the accursed. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise for Allah, Lord of all worlds. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, the most compassionate, most merciful. Maliki yawmiddin, master of the day of judgment. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, guide us along the straight path. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Ameen. The path of those you're blessed, not those you're displeased with, or those who are astray. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت وأمهاتكم اللاتي أرضعنكم وأخواتكم من الرضاءة وأمهات نسائكم وربائبكم اللاتي في هجوركم من نسائكم اللاتي دخلتم بهن فإن لم تكونوا دخلتم بهن فلا جناح عليكم وحلائل أبنائكم الذين من أصلابكم وأن تجمعوا بين الأختين إلا ما قد سلف إن الله كان غفورا رحيما. Also forbidden to you for marriage are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, your paternal and maternal aunts, your brothers' daughters, your sisters' daughters, your foster mothers, your foster sisters, your mother-in-laws, your stepdaughters under your guardianship if you have consummated marriage with their mothers. But if you have not, then you can marry them, nor the wives of your own sons, nor two sisters together at the same time, except what was done previously. Surely Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. وَالْمُحْسَنَاتُ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ إِلَّا مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَأُحِلَّ لَكُمْ مَا وَرَاءَ ذَلِكُمْ أَنْ تبتغوا بأموالكم محسنين غير مسافحين فما استمتعتم به منهن فآتوهن أجورهن فريدا ولا جناح عليكم فيما تراضيتم به من بعد الفريضة إن الله كان عليما حكيما. Also forbidden are married women except female captives in your possession. This is Allah's commandment to you. Lawful to you are all beyond these, as long as you seek them with your wealth in a legal marriage, not in fornication. Give those you have consummated marriage with their due dowries. It is permissible to be mutually gracious regarding the set dowry. Surely Allah is all knowing, all wise. A man was not allowed to have a relationship with a bondwoman who he had taken captive in war unless he made sure she was not pregnant. This was verified by her having at least 1 monthly cycle. ومن لم يستطع منكم طولا أن ينكح المحسنات المؤمنات فمما ملكت أيمانكم من فتياتكم المؤمنات والله أعلم بإيمانكم بعضكم من بعد فانكحوهن بإذن أهلهن وآتوهن أجورهن بالمعروف محسنات غير مسافحات ولا متخذات أخدان فإذا أحسن فإن أتين بفاحشة فعليهن نصف ما على المحسنات من العذاب ذلك لمن خشي العنة منكم وأن تصبروا خير لكم والله غفور رحيم. But if any of you cannot afford to marry a free believing woman, then let him marry a believing bondwoman possessed by one of you. Allah knows best the state of your faith and theirs. You are from one another, so marry them with the permission of their owners, giving them their dowries in fairness. If they are chaste, neither promiscuous nor having secret affairs. If they commit indecency after marriage, they receive half the punishment of free women. This is for those of you who fear falling into sin, but if you are patient, it is better for you, and Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. Do not be ashamed to marry a bondwoman, since you are all part of the same human family, and Allah knows you are doing so to avoid illegal relationships. A married slave woman is forbidden from having a relationship with her master. 50 lashes. يريد الله ليبين لكم ويهديكم سنن الذين من قبلكم ويتوب عليكم والله عليم حكيم. It is Allah's will to make things clear to you, guide you to the noble ways of those before you, and turn to you in mercy, for Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. وَاللَّهُ يُرِيدُ أَن يَتُوبَ عَلَيْكُمْ وَيُرِيدُ الَّذِينَ يَتَّبِعُونَ الشَّهَوَاتِ أَن تَمِيلُوا مَيْلًا عَظِيمًا. And it is Allah's will to turn to you in grace, but those who follow their desires wish to see you deviate entirely from Allah's way. يريد الله أن يخفف عنكم وخلق الإنسان ضعيفا. And it is Allah's will to lighten your burdens, for humankind was created weak. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل إلا أن تكون تجارة عن تراد منكم ولا تقتلوا أنفسكم إن الله كان بكم رحيما. O believers, do not devour one another's wealth illegally, but rather trade by mutual consent, and do not kill each other or yourselves. Surely Allah is ever merciful to you. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ عُدْوَانًا وَظُلْمًا فَسَوْفَ نُصْلِيهِ نَارًا وَكَانَ ذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرًا. And whoever does this sinfully and unjustly, we will burn them in the fire. That is easy for Allah. إن تجتنبوا كبائر ما تنهون عنه نكفر عنكم سيئاتكم وندخلكم مدخلا كريما. If you avoid the major sins forbidden to you, we will absolve you of your lesser misdeeds and admit you into a place of honor, i.e. paradise. ولا تتمنوا ما فضل الله به بعدكم على بعد للرجال نصيب مما اكتسبوا وللنساء نصيب مما اكتسبن واسألوا الله من فضله إن الله كان بكل شيء عليما. And do not crave what Allah has given some of you over others. Men will be rewarded according to their deeds and women equally according to theirs. Rather ask Allah for His bounties. Surely Allah has perfect knowledge of all things. وَلِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مَوَالِيَ مِمَّا تَرَكَ الْوَالِدَانِ وَالْأَقْرَبُونَ وَالَّذِينَ عَقَدَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ فَآتُوهُمْ نَصِيبَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ شَهِيدًا. And we have appointed heirs to what has been left by parents and next of kin. As for those you have made a pledge to, give them their share. Surely Allah is a witness over all things. This pledge was a common practice before Islam between friends and allies, taking oaths to inherit each other. This practice came to an end with the revelation of verse 875 of the Quran. Although friends and allies do not have a share in inheritance anymore, they can still get some of the estate through bequest. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعزوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. Men are the caretakers of women women, as men have been provisioned by Allah over women and tasked with supporting them financially. And righteous women are devoutly obedient and, when alone, protective of what Allah has entrusted them with. And if you sense ill conduct from your women, advise them first. If they persist, do not share their beds, but if they persist, then discipline them gently. But if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them. Surely Allah is all most high, all great. The husband's honour and wealth. Disciplining one wife gently is the final resort. The earliest commentator understood that this was to be light enough not to leave a mark, should be done with nothing bigger than a toothstick, and should not be on the face. Prophet Muhammad said to his companions, do not beat the female servants of Allah. He said that honourable husbands do not beat their wives, and he himself never hit a woman or a servant. If a woman feels husband is ill behaved, then she can get help from her guardian or seek divorce. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. May Allah accept this recitation. May Allah forgive me if I made any mistakes or recited. May Allah forgive all our sins. Ameen. May Allah grant us Jannat al-Firdaus. Ameen. May Allah protect us from the torment of the hellfire. Ameen. And may Allah grant us shifa from this recitation. Ameen. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll be starting verse 35 of Surah An-Nisa. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.